Hi everyone, Steve Davis here, and I'm with Matthew Gibb, who is the Pad King. It even says so on his shirt. How are you, Matt?
Very good, thanks. Good to see you.
I met him a long time ago. This man, and I mean this in a nice way,
Yes,
total nerd when it comes to all things car polishing.
correct.
And buffing and correcting and all those things.
Yep.
Sanding. And so the first person I thought of when I picked up my new car 6 days ago, it's not even a week.
Yeah, wow.
I got it home. I'm not used to this, and it's got one of these. I don't like them. You push the button and the thing goes up. I'm used to manual anyway.
Yeah, manually.
Up it goes, and it kisses the roller door. And I thought, oh, it's just maybe it's okay. There's a fine, as you can see in the bit I'm showing you at the moment, there's a fine scratch along there, and I thought, this is a new car.
It's already happening. What's going on?
So I did what anyone should do. I mean, a lot of your people are already in the game.
Yeah.
But if you're a hobbyist and you love your cars, what is the process that you go through when you have an idiot like me who has just done superficial, annoying damage to their car?
Yeah. Basically, like as a professional, you can, first thing, of course, is to measure the paint. If the panel's actually metal, if it's plastic, you actually can't. Well, there are gauges that can measure plastic with paint on that, but they're like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, just so you can measure the plastic panels. So you can measure it, see how much we've got to work with, because modern car paints are getting very thin.
Yes, I remember you saying you were on the Adelaide show podcast with me. It's incredibly thin.
Yeah, we're talking 40 to 60, 70, 80 microns of paint. That's including colour and clear. And we're talking about some cars, if you've got 90, 100, 105, that is like what cars that had 200 used to be like. That's like, oh, that's actually quite thick. That used to be like the bare standard minimum. So it's pretty scary. That's all about weight saving and cost. That's all it is.
So then, what does that mean to you? Because you're making these pads that go spin, and you've got to be really ultra fine with that, don't you?
Yeah, you're not ultra fine. Well, you've got to be careful.
Yeah.
But it's the pads, the foam pads do make a bit of difference. Obviously, you don't want to be sitting there using a wool pad or a denim pad or a velvet pad or my new afterburner and just hammering away at it because you're just chewing paint off. Yep. Especially if you're using a strong compound or something. Yep. You're using the strongest product you can imagine and the strongest pad. You are chewing, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 microns off if you just keep going at it. So the best option is measure.
Yep.
Right, measure it, see how much we've got. Yep. Do a quick test spot with the least aggressive combination you can come up with that you think might work.
Yep.
Then go, that's not enough. Either change the pad, change the liquid to a stronger or weaker one. Usually stronger. I'll probably go to a stronger pad, then change the liquid. Because the pad, you have the world's strongest compound or, corrective polish. With the weakest pad, it will never do anything. So you can't have a compound and like a finishing foam actually remove what you've got there. You need to go with a stronger pad and a stronger product usually. And you just got to find what's going to work and remove the least amount of paint whilst removing the damage.
Are you nervous on my behalf with this? What's your gut feel? My
gut feel is start with the rotary polisher with a foam with our 3D1 or an intermediate product, or a one product system that you can use all the way through. See what that does. If that doesn't work, then we go to basically a fiber pad. And if that doesn't work with a really quick, like 20, 30 second pass, we then go, okay, have we got enough thickness? If we have, let's do a 5,000 grit sand. Yep. Then polish that out, see what that looks like, and then go 3. And if we get any more than that, if it's 80 microns or less, we just go, we just minimize it as much as we can.
Are you doing this on purpose just to go through every pad in your range?
No, but sometimes you got to.
All right, well, I'll get out of your hair and we'll watch you do your work and we'll see, first of all, how much paint Toyota actually gave me.
If that is metal.
If that's metal.
I think it is, but it's thin metal. It's not like the old cars where you can actually sit on the fender like it was a friggin' chair.
What have I bought? All right, let's get to it.
Okay, 107.
107.
So that's okay. That's what basically my Falcon had brand new from factory almost 30 years ago, so that's okay. 100. They do vary because of the robots, 94, but we're in a safe zone there because it's not where the damage is. 102. So we're looking at about 100 to 105 microns, 106. That should be pretty safe for us to polish or sand and not have really an issue if we need to sand it.
So which colour of your pads are you thinking first?
I'm definitely going to go with my default option, which is the Spitfire Green All-Rounder, which is named after the HSV GTSR Commodore because it's exactly the same colour as the car. So,
all right. Anything else we need to know, or you've
measured it? Now we've got to clean it and we've got to clay it first.
Oh.
Get it smooth so there's no contaminants to polish and be getting on the pad and causing scouring or marring or anything like that. And then we will go into polishing with the rotary first. Going this way.
And when you say clean it, you're going to clean the whole car?
Just this whole section here, just so there's no...
Damn.
Yeah. You can't... Do not polish dirty surfaces.
Okay.
It's a bad idea.
On your next T-shirt, I want that on the front. Do not polish dirty surfaces.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's get your tools.
Okay.
So that's just water, is it?
No, rinseless wash. This is basically it's a way to clean without actually needing soap. So it's a soapless wash.
Oh, okay.
So I've been using it for about 25 years. You can see what he just pulled off. So we turn it over again.
Was that was just dust, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know you're particular about keeping your cars clean.
Yes. Normally they're cleaner than what they are today, but I have used them the last few days. So.
Right. So
yes.
Did you think lower of me when you saw how dirty my car is?
No, because you probably got that dust just driving through our driveway. Because it's a dusty area. We're out in the farmland out here, so it gets dusty. If you get anything on your towels when you're wiping your car down, just get it off. Do that. And then we'll just make sure there's no dust that can land on it as we're polishing. We'll just clean this area as well. Do that, nice and gentle.
Okay.
Just, any vibration might cause some dust to land on the surface.
Because it could be knocked down into the area that you're working.
Correct.
Yeah.
So there we go. And that is that.
All right.
Now we clay it.
All right.
This is basically a slightly old school way of doing it, but it is actually, I find, better than the modern equivalents. It does remove more material, but...
So are you thinking it's not just paint that's scratched, but there's also foreign...
No, it's just, the paint's just been scratched by that, but I'm just making sure I remove any contaminants that might be there, rail dust, fallout, environmental stuff.
We're still in the preparation stage.
Still in the prep stage. This is the last bit.
So what's the clay doing?
Clay it's basically like exfoliating your paint.
Oh, my wife would be delighted.
Yes, so...
Can I take some home for her?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very good stuff. So it's just extremely mild abrasive that just pulls off, basically like dead skin cells, but, any contaminants that are stuck to the paint or bonded to it.
Yeah.
But yours is quite good. Normally, if it's bad, it goes yellow or brown.
Oh, okay.
So that's very good.
Well, I have only had it 6 days. So...
Which is good. So...
If this was 6 months, that might be a different story.
And you can always tell if you need to clay your car, because if you actually wash it and dry it, and it feels like sandpaper, or it feels rough or grabby or anything, like really grabby, that's when you know you've got contaminants on it.
Okay.
So we'll just put it onto a clean side.
And so even as good as your pads are, if someone doesn't do the prep work right...
Yeah, the results are never the same.
And could be exacerbated.
Or you could actually go, okay, I'm just going to polish this dusty, and you're just going to start basically dust, road grime. It's gritty, it's like abrasive, and it just scours things. It's just, you might do it and get away with it, but you'll also might end up putting a lot of marks in it that you wouldn't if you just clayed it in the first place.
Yep.
So there we go.
All right.
Let that dry. Okay, so now we've got that nice and smooth. So we're ready to go. Now we can see the defects. They're not too deep, but we'll just see what the polisher can do in the pad. Yep. If the green doesn't work, we will go with the a stronger foam, and then we'll go to your fiber pads.
So your green, which is that the all-rounder?
The all-rounder, correct.
That is generally good starting point.
Very good starting point. Anybody could use it, enthusiast, professional, to do light cutting, heavy polishing, which is like a grade below that, medium polishing, and even finishing in some cases.
Okay.
So yeah, very, very, very versatile pad. It can do a lot of things. And you can use it with any liquid, any kind of product you like. A strong product, medium, light, finishing polish, sealant.
What makes it the all-rounder? Is it the material you've used? Is the coarseness?
It's It's the firmness of the foam. It's not too firm, but it's not soft. The cell size, which is how big the little bubbles are, is just in that sweet spot where it's not too aggressive, but it's not too gentle. So it can do a lot of things. It can remove a reasonable amount of defects, and it can polish up really nicely as well, make the finish look darker and richer.
Yep.
And
Oh, wow.
and actually, very, very rarely does it leave like marring, hazing, or scouring in the panel. So,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, we've got that. That's fine. 3D1, we need some stronger stuff as well, if necessary. Grab some of this, bit of that, and knowing what to use out of all that is where skill comes in, knowledge comes in. There's a lot of different things here.
So some might all be fantastic, but just not in a particular job.
Every single paint finish basically likes different things, different machines. Often, any machine is fine most times, but some of them don't like liquids that are thick or pasty or dry. Some like other ones. It's just, every paint is so different. And it can make it very, very difficult to find that ideal product.
What have you got here?
So I've got 3D1, which is a one product system. This is like a compound and finishing polish in one. It's like you can use it by itself. It's not too aggressive, but it can cut well and it can finish really well too. Whereas traditionally they would either cut really good, but they couldn't finish, or they could finish, but they couldn't cut. So they're much more wide width, much more width of ability. So
you're teaming that with your all-rounder, which is
correct.
green pad, which you see on the website everywhere.
So this combination should be everybody's default starting point. Okay, I'm going to polish my car, go with the green team. I call it this one and this one.
Okay.
Funny
What's
how
that one called?
3D1.
3D1, right? And on the website, that's called the Green All-Rounder.
Spitfire Green All-Rounder now.
Beautiful.
After the Commodore, because it actually matches the colour of the car, which is actually by accident.
Here we go.
Right, so covering the area. I'm not going to go too high. Start slow, and we're just going to go here. We're not going to go over that edge. We're just going to sit here.
Why is that?
Just so, because you've got a sharp edge here.
Okay.
If you sit here and you go like this and do this, you've got this pad spinning over it, you're just going to burn through that. You won't burn through it quickly, but if you do too many passes and you did it too many times, you are risking burning through there. And
how many microns per second would that burn through if you were doing it? Have you got any idea?
If I do this with this machine and that liquid, 1.5, maybe 2 microns are removed, so plenty of room.
Yeah.
But it's just these have far less because they're a sharp point.
Yes.
So if you sit on the sharp points like this, and you're, rather than doing this and then having a pad that fits between there and there, or taping that edge and then just going, you're good. Yeah. Some areas you just got to tape.
I felt that.
Yeah. I've done it a few times. It's not fun. You learn your lesson pretty quickly. Temperature's okay. We don't want to create too much heat either. Let's just do a quick check. Wipe it off, have a look, see what we've got.
Okay.
May not be enough, but we just do a check anyway. And we find that it's a lot better, isn't it?
I can't see. Oh, I can
Just
see.
barely.
There's one
Little nicky one there. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God.
So we'll slow it down now and we'll refine a bit. And what by doing this and just doing that,
yeah,
and we'll slow the machine speed down. What I'm doing is I'm doing what I call refine as you cut technique, where you might start at a slow speed, go up to a higher speed, or start at a high speed. This was only speed 2, so about 800 to 100 RPM, so not that fast. And then I'm going slower and slower with my machine speed, and increasing my arm speed. So I'm making myself less and less and less aggressive. So I'm actually refining the surface, and I'm going from trying to cut it to now trying to polish it up and gloss it up. So slower machine speed, faster arm speed, less and less and less aggressive, less pressure, and yeah. Now, no pressure at all, just sliding over the surface. There we are. Now, we'll see under light in a sec what we've got left.
Yep.
And see if we can get that out with a wool pad or something. And then if we have to sand, we'll sand. One thing people should know too, even if you're just washing your car, drying your car, hand polishing it, whatever, detailing it yourself, if you have a microfiber towel and you're going to spray a liquid and you're going to wipe the car down, damp towel, damp surface equals no friction. Wet, dry is good. Wet on one, dry on the other, not good. That's friction. So you spray and you spray so that you've got no friction, and the chances of leaving marks behind when you wipe down your car with a detail spray or a spray sealer or anything like that, remove polish, is very unlikely. Whereas if I just go dry towel, spray that, boom, it can grab and stick and it can make friction. This is a Infinity X1 5000 lumens light. Now there is some still there, but it's finer. So I need to go a little bit more aggressive. There's just a little bit there. This is some of the deeper stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I reckon if I try a wool pad now, so I've gotten rid of the initial greyness, but it's still the deeper stuff is still there. So we've just got to go a little bit higher. So we'll go to a wool pad and a stronger product.
And that wool pad, what colour is that in your range?
Oh, that's not in my range yet.
Oh,
I'll be having different brand, but I'll be having wool pads eventually.
And one question while we're here, put that light on there again.
Yeah.
This metallic finish I've got.
Yes.
Does that play a role in making the work you do harder or easier, or is it?
Metallic paints usually are easier, especially with blacks. And what I mean with most colours is because it's clear coated and the metallic's probably usually under that, or in with it. It's usually not really a problem. With blacks, if you've got metallic black, it usually is easier to finish the blacks down, whereas a solid black that's just dark as anything, they can be really difficult to get flawless because, they just show everything. So, so metallics are good. All right, so we're going to go with a stronger pad and see what we get. And then if you have to sand, we'll sand, but we'll try not to if we can avoid it.
So this is where the magic happens.
Yeah, this is the some of the excess storage. This is the afterburner pad. This is the most aggressive pad in my range. It does actually finish down really well, but we're not starting with that. We might use it, but we're starting with other things. This is some of my sort of excess stock of my own usage and some prototype things like this cross-cut one. And then we have some Super Series, sort of first ever try to do a Super Series pad, which is the interface under it. And we've got some thinner versions and some thicker versions and ones with star patterns on it and all sorts of different stuff. So just the excess stock and some other stuff to try, some new stuff to try down there. And then we have limited stock at the moment of our green. We're running a bit low on green. We've got to do another order. We've got some more back in my engineer's garage, but they sell a lot.
Okay.
We sell a lot of
Well, that's because they're the single most usable one, aren't they?
And then we have some golds, which is the level below the green.
So it's softer.
Little bit. It's fairly firm, but it's more of a.
I mean, gentler.
It's a little bit gentler. So it's this is the Midas Touch Gold pad because everything it touches turns to gold usually, and that's basically a entry-level finishing foam. So it's fairly firm still, but it's got a smaller cell size so that it can finish a little bit richer, a little bit darker, a bit clearer than the green.
So if I suddenly got a bee under my bonnet and thought I'm going to start doing car polishing. I start with that because I can do the least damage.
Yeah, correct.
If I damage it,
I don't want you grabbing a wool pad and going, let's go full tilt and go hardcore because you'll just go, oh, that's overkill, buddy. That's overkill. So, and we have many other things here. Well, some prototypes over here, including some very, very, very soft foam, which we might.
Oh, yeah.
That's a finishing style. So
this is, not many people get to come in here.
Yes, so there's some interesting stuff.
So this is where your ideas are tested.
Yes, we have some of our labels we're doing soon.
Right.
So
look,
they're all car-based.
Yes.
So we're paying tribute to some of the best cars and car colours of all time. Scorch Red, Breeze BF Falcon, the Spitfire Green All-Rounder for the Commodore.
Of course, but you can still use it on a Chrysler.
Anything. Bikes, anything. So, yeah, that's what we have. And, yes, we'll see how we go with that. I actually might even grab that one.
And there's even some glasses for some knockoff drinks.
Yes, we do. I'm a big fan of printed glassware.
Okay. Is that a hint? Is there some in the future for the Pad King?
Well, you never know. Maybe, possibly. Actually, no. Let's do 3D1 first. Let's do the safest option, and let's just see what we get. Now it's there. So, go.
So this is your thinking process at work,
Yes.
isn't it? Just
This is me adapting to what it's going to take.
Yeah.
Hot polishing may remove it. It may not.
and you seem to have made a lot of progress quickly. So
Yes.
therefore you're going, oh, let's just go slower.
Look, I could have gone gold pad
Yep.
and gone with 3D1 and gone, and then the green, and then the frostbite pad, which is another foam of mine, and then go on to something else. But I'm like, I know green got the greyness out, it got the excess. It's not going to get the rest. It can't get down deep enough. These little fibres can do a lot more.
Yep.
So we go to this, but I'm not going straight to this first up, which is a leveling compound, which can reduce the orange peel, so your texture in the paint. So if I hit it with this really hard with this, you might make that a bit flatter and have a nice bald spot right there.
Well, I'm glad you didn't do that. You said
So
that's why I came to you.
We progress upwards slowly.
Yes.
But especially with pads, not so bad, but with liquids, don't go boom to, the lowest to like, let's go to the top straight away. You just progress through the levels.
As you drive through your gears.
That's right, correct. Don't go from first to sixth.
Do you need me to hold any light?
Yes.
All right, so this filming could go anywhere because I'm multitasking now.
Yes.
So tell me what I should
About
do.
there, perfect.
Right there? Okay.
Make sure this is centered first, which it is. Okay. Quick check of it. Let's have a look and see what we've got so far. Have we improved it much more? Got to get rid of
It's
these.
going to be hard for the camera to pick this up, so we'll rely on you, Matt.
Okay, a little bit there. We'll just grab that. It's closing it. With the wool pads, they can leave a little mark behind, as you can see, the little bit of scouring there. Yeah, that's still there, but it's coming down. But we've got some what we call haze or marring or hologramming because of the wool fibres. They're all doing their own thing, and basically they yes, they are much more aggressive. So every fibre is doing its own thing. It's not a uniform surface.
Yep. Okay.
So we'll just most of that over there is okay. Now it's just here. That will do. Don't want to do too much more because we can always do another set of passes again.
So those wool fibres are like sheep in the field that
Yeah,
sometimes
correct.
don't.
Merino wool, yeah.
Yes, but they wander everywhere.
Yes, they do. But it's been washed and super washed and carbonised and all that. But now, so we've got some just there. And I mean, we're talking so if I just grab the green and refine that real quick, without even adding any more, let's see what we can do. We might be able to get away with just another little quick pass of it with the wool, just in that one spot. Now, what have we got there? One thing you got to do with rotary circular polishers, make sure the pad's perfectly centered. Otherwise, you can have problems. Okay. Now we diagnose again. And doing it this way rather than going, I can get this out in one go and just being gung-ho, we're trying to do it without removing the healthy paint.
Yes.
So we're now at the point where you can just barely see that. I don't want to polish this anymore or that anymore. I want to go to maybe a smaller pad and just hit that a little. I mean, can you even see, if you turn that
I don't think
you can even see that.
Already, I would walk past that for all my life and not even see it.
Yes.
So I guess this is where you make a decision.
Yes.
Is that
Do you minimize or do you reduce? Remove.
So I'm going to use the dental analogy.
Yeah.
If you don't fix your little holes in your teeth, they'll get worse.
Yes.
I imagine car paint is similar.
Yes.
So are we at a point where it's going to live the rest of its life okay?
Yeah.
Is it?
The main thing, here's a good way of putting it.
Okay.
Here's how I do it. What I used to do on customers' cars was based on how they were used and driven.
Yep.
Just shut that.
I'll just
Turn that off. Basically, if you've got a daily driven vehicle,
yep,
you know, you're driving it every day.
Yep.
Right? You want to probably get a one-step polish done on that car and a ceramic coating or some kind of protection applied that's other technology, wax or sealant, whatever, to protect it from the UV.
Yep.
So one step is enough, because if you go doing the 2-stage or 3-stage and making it look flawless, then you've got to try and maintain it that way. And if you're washing it every week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is, and you're washing it not in the best way, so you're going to put marks in it again, and your investment's been wasted because you've marked it again. So with a daily-driven vehicle, if it looks good from about here,
which it does,
looks great from here, you're golden.
I can't even see it.
Yeah. So if you're 5-6 feet away and you go, that car looks perfect or looks close to perfect, and you can't see it, good. Now, weekend cars that get driven on weekends, right? They're not going to be out every day in the weather. They're going to get washed less often. They're going to be garaged. They're going to be put in a carcoon, right? You need to be about 3 feet away and go, can I see any marks there? Can I see it? Can I see it from here? If you can't, you're good. With show cars, it's, can I see any swells or scratches from here? Because they've got to be bloody good.
Yes.
You know, so day-driven vehicles, get one-step polishes done on it. Don't do any more. My black car is the same example. I do not do anything but a one-stage on it once every year or 2 or 3, and ceramic coat it, and that is it. Because unlike this car, which has had 200 hours of polishing and looks amazing, which is factory paint except for there and there, there's hardly any clear left. There's literally like 5 microns of clear on the whole car. It had 120, it's down to about 65, 70, and there's spots, probably 8 spots on it where there's the clear coat's run out. So I've polished it to its death.
All right. So what's its prognosis then? Do you have to?
I have to just ceramic coat it I've just ceramic coated it most of it again. I've just got to do that again and then rinseless wash it, wash it, and I drive it, and it just gets stuff put on it all the time, coating wise, so that basically it holds the friggin' paint up, because otherwise it's just going to fail and fall apart because there's no UV protection left. Okay, one little drop.
So what was that one again?
So this is P&S Therapy Finishing Polish. It's a new one. Very good technology abrasives in it. So we're going to do that. I've moistened the foam. I always moisten the foam first.
Because wet.
Well, it's mainly that, but it's also, I find dry foam, when you use it with polish or compound or anything, if it's dry, sometimes it can, what they call dry buff eventually, and the foam gets torn up and it wears out faster, so the foam won't last as long, but it can also, potentially, maybe it might put some marring in or something, whereas bit of moisture, it also lubricates. So this is sort of like damp.
So you want your customers to have the longest life possible from the pads they buy from
Correct.
you. Okay.
It goes against, we might go against business, but it's like, you know, they've got to, there's a minimum lifespan they must have. Most people get 2 or 3 cars out of a pad. They should get at least 10.
Okay, here we go.
So, nice, just, you got to move this one a little bit slower. It's not as aggressive, as powerful as the rotary. If we'd started with this, we might be still going, trying to get half of it out still, but it's a great finishing product. Just to make sure we're good, just do that. There we go. That's looking very nice. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at the film of product. If there's any time there it starts going powdery, or it's not looking moist enough or lubed enough, I'll add either a spray of liquid or a bit more product, because I don't want to have it dry buffing or lacking lubrication. See, we've still got a little bit of moisture there. That's good. If it was dry, I probably wouldn't be happy. Okay. Spray. nice and gentle, no big, crazy, hard movements.
It is like watching a master. It's like, I imagine Leonardo da Vinci like this, just finishing off
Maybe.
the Last Supper or...
Yeah, maybe so. Now, we grab the light, which I put there.
Zoom in.
Okay, now there is a little tiny bit there, but, are you going to notice that from back here? Really,
I can't even see it.
There. I can see it with my eyes, but it's so faint, you could pretty much leave it. Because all we're doing now, by let's say, okay, I want to now sand that out.
Yep.
And sanding's a great thing, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. And it is actually sometimes safer than compounding a section. There's no heat involved, which is good. I'm potentially risking taking another 5 to 10 microns of your clear off to remove all of that. Whereas if you're happy with the fact that you can barely even see it, like, it's going to have more lifespan. There's going to be more UV protection in the clear still, because there is UV protection added to the paint when they make it. But it's only so far down. So basically, we are preserving paint by not chasing every little skerrick of it. We can if you want to. If it was thicker, if it was 150, I would have gone, we can go to our heart's content. Because it's 100, we're probably now down to between probably 94 and about 98 or something. Yep. From 102, 106, around there somewhere. Let's just call it good. Let's put some protection on it so it's happy, and we're good to go.
Matthew Gibb, the Pad King. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, sir.
Wow. And I can't even film it because you can't see anything.
Yeah.
So you've just noticed something as we're all finished.
Yeah.
What did you see?
So there's a bit of dust here. This could be from the abrasive in the polishes. Some of them do dust a little bit. It could be from the pad. The gold pad, when they're new, they just shed a little bit of gold off the top of it. This could be just a little bit of stuff falling out from behind there or up in here. This is why I wiped it down before, because imagine if I hadn't done that.
I know.
We could have a lot more dust, and it could fall down here, and then as you're polishing, you just start scouring, because dust is grit. It is scratchy. It causes, you can just get your finger and go, and you scratch it. So don't do that either.
Now, hang on. I thought you'd finished. What are you doing now?
I'm just putting a bit of protection on. This is not the latest technology.
Okay.
But it's a natural silica-based sealant.
Yep.
Now, I'm just using it with some of this Japanese, very high density, very smooth, buttery smooth foam that I've decided to basically glue, testing out some adhesives for my pads when I make them here.
Yep.
And decided I'm going to use this as like a wash pad. I'm going to cut squares this way and that way, and have it as a wash pad for my rinseless. So I'm just going to wipe this on, because it's very, this is a super mega soft foam. It would never scratch anything.
Yep.
I'm just going to put that on, tap it on a bit, just go like that. Let that sit for about 5-10 minutes, let it dry, then we'll just buff it off, and it will give you a few months protection. So it won't, just a little bit of something. You can rub it in hard, you can machine it in, but just do that, that'll be it. So
there was an old ad for Ajax many years ago where the plumber came and fixed everything, then cleans up afterwards and says, "I'm no mess, Charlie."
Yeah.
You're no mess, Matt.
Yeah. Probably am. And a bit of a perfectionist.
Matt, this is the second time I thought we'd finished. Now what are we doing?
Now we've applied these natural silica-based sealant, which is not the same thing, just so people know, not the same as silicon. There is polymer silicon, which is man-made, which is the organic stuff mixed with man-made or just man-made.
Yep.
Then there's just the pure organic silica from quartz rock and whatever else. They work out a way to basically make it into a liquid form. So it protects the surface. Now we're just going to remove that. We could machine it in. This is not as good as a ceramic coating or a graphene coating or a diamond coating or whatever, but it definitely does help just to improve the colour a tad and gloss it up. And as you can see, if you were to go here, notice how that's a bit more peely and a bit more bubbly and not quite as clear.
It's hard to catch that on the camera. From this angle. See if
okay. If you just zoom, can it pick up the texture of the peel, the ripples?
Oh yes, we are getting some ripples.
If you go across here, you'll notice this is just a little bit less. It's not much, but it's a lot clearer and darker, isn't it?
I have to get my dear viewer to trust me because the camera is really struggling.
Yes, we can't pick it up. Yes. That's one thing with cameras. Human eye is pretty darn good.
It is.
So what you do by polishing, even if you're polishing lightly, you're clarifying it. So you're making it so that the light goes in, comes back out straighter. Whereas if it's scratchy, it bounces all over the place and you get very low quality finish. So,
but the long and short of it is
that's sort of like a little bit opaque, a bit filmy, like having plastic over it. Yeah. That's not 100% clear. That is just crystal.
Huh.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
that's you just wanting to make sure that where you've been taking some away, you're putting a little back.
A little tiny bit. I mean, if you put a ceramic coating on, you're talking about 1, 2, 3 microns, maybe. It's a very small amount, but you're adding a little bit more. It's sacrificial protection. So rather than the paint wearing down, you're wearing down that. Yeah, we are done. Not so hard, was it?
The Pad King.
Not so hard, is it?
It's not so hard.
It's just knowing what combos. And I could have started with one of 20 different foams, but my green all-rounder is called that because you can grab any grade of abrasive polish compound, whatever, and use it and get different results. And it's not so aggressive that it's going to cause problems, but it can remove a lot of different things. So it's rather than going, I'm going to try the finishing pad, then the gold pad, then the green pad, then the frostbite cutting pad, then go to a fiber pad. I know if I start with the green, I'm not going to take much off, but I might fix the problem. And then we build from there.
And look, this did not take as long as I thought it would.
No.
Is that because my car's red and red goes faster?
Red goes faster. I've got one of my own as well. But it's just
the nature of that.
Firstly, this paint, every paint has a different level of hardness. Yeah. Like some Volkswagens, European cars some of them can have slightly soft paint. Most of them, though, have quite hard paint. So some of them have what used to be called ceramic clear paint. So it had ceramic in the top 10%. So it made it very hard to scratch, but when it did, it was a prick to fix. But other ones from Europe, from Asia, can be medium, they can be soft, or they can be butter soft, and very hard to finish down right. So
am I hard or my butter soft?
You're in the soft medium.
Am I?
So you're in the really nice spot where it's not too difficult to do either.
Okay.
So you know what's funny about Toyota paint? It is mostly very good paint. Especially Lexus, they're even better. I've worked on hundreds of those. Yeah. And they're just in that realm where they're not too soft, not too hard.
I've got a Goldilocks car.
I was thinking the same thing. Okay. This one's just right.
And we heard that from the Pad King.
Correct.
Thanks, Matt.
Cool.